Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're back in House Flipper at the Turtle Beach House. Ah, what a beautiful view. That's a lovely little island. Gorgeous, gorgeous place for a beach holiday, wouldn't it be? Well, as long as the weather was good it would be absolutely gorgeous, wouldn't it? So, in the last episode we were working with the upstairs of the house, so I'll give you a quick view of what we've done. I mean, we've not overworked the house and we've kept most of the furniture that was here originally, because the idea of this house is that this was Master Uguay's house before he went to set up the training centre for Kung Fu, where Po, Kung Fu Panda, went and trained. So we wanted to keep much of the furniture and things that belonged in the house so that the people that buy it will have that memorial shrine to Master Uguay, because, I mean, why else would you want to buy this house? Well, beautiful views, gorgeous sand, beach, sea, but then you're totally cut off from civilization, and if you get really bad weather, because it's just a little tiny hillock, you could actually get swamped in a monsoon or something. So, pretty, but also dangerous place to live. But of course we're in a game and we can do anything we want, so I didn't do anything in the bathroom, did I, apart from put the blind up and put a light up, so I do think we might need to add a few things here. We definitely want some towels. Make sure we've got a toilet roll holder. Yes, let's put one of these standing racks in, which not very often we get to use them. We've got quite a big corner gap here, so we can actually put one of these in. And I've kept the sandy colour to match the tiles, and of course because we've got beach outside. So I'll just have a look all the way through, and yeah, we definitely need a toilet roll holder. We want one that hangs. Shame they don't come in a silver finish as well as a gold finish. That would actually be a nice little addition. Anybody listening out there, could we have a silver finish of that type of toilet roll holder? Because they're really cute and sweet. We've already got the blind. I feel like we should add something else in this room, just for like something to draw the eye, or break it up a little bit, or do we have another towel rack maybe above the bath? And we'll keep the sandy colours again so that it matches. Now, which wall should we put it on? Yeah, if we put it there, you see, you can also reach the tiles from the sink, whereas if we put it next to the window, you couldn't really reach from the sink, so that's a better position, I think. Something in the windowsill, I think. Probably something practical. Maybe the soap? It's quite an ornate soap container, so maybe we'll use that. Yeah, there we go. I don't want to overwork the place. Not really seeing anything that I want to add, but I'm also having a quick look to see if anything new's in there that I haven't spotted before. Now everything's in the new categories, I'm not quite sure where everything is as well, so it's nice to just quickly recheck some of the categories to figure out where everything is. I don't think there's actually any new containers being added. Oh, a laundry basket, that could be a good idea, couldn't it? We'll go for the sandy one again. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably it then. I think that's the upstairs completed now. Yeah, so let me just show you what I've done. I've just added a few accessories just to make it a bit more homey, a bit more functional. Yeah, and the lights work perfect. Right, so the big renovation is of course going to be this basement area. I mean, it makes sense that a turtle dug under the sand to make the bed area, but to be honest, on a little tiny island like this, a basement could be a bit concerning, because I mean you've got all that water around you, so damp could be a problem. So that would have to be some amazing construction work to keep that dry, wouldn't it? I kind of want to keep the screens, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them. And this area where the beds are, I'm thinking we make 2 bedrooms. Oh look, we've got light switches and no lights. I think we definitely need to put some lighting in here, because it could be a little bit dark for you to see on the video. So let me think. We saw that lotus light in the last episode. Yeah, that's the one, the Lotus chandelier. I wanted to use it upstairs, but it was too big for the room. It might be useful down here, actually. I don't remember using this one before, so let's have a look what it looks like. That's rather pretty, actually. Let's turn it on. I like it, but it's too small for this area. I think we're actually going to need more than one. If we try and put a second one in, unfortunately, the hatchway is probably going to be in the way, isn't it? That makes this a little bit awkward, doesn't it, for lighting? What to do. Actually, we could, yeah, let's see if we can put a second one in. I really do want a second one. It can't be completely central because of the location of the trapdoor, though. So they're going to have to be off to one side. Oh, now that's lighter than it was before. And where it's darker, it's being blocked by the screens, I think. Yeah, I think that could work. That could work. So I think are they in line? I think so. That's not too bad, I don't think. Just trying to make sure if they're in the right positions. And then we'll have to put something in the bedroom areas as well. How low down do these chandeliers hang? Because we've not got that higher ceiling, I don't think, in here. Well, at least it doesn't feel that. How does something like this work? See, it doesn't hang far from the ceiling, but it's quite big, round. Maybe we'd be better to use these Lotus chandeliers in the bedroom areas, and then use something else in that open front area, which I think will probably turn into like a family room. So let's move the second one off to the opposite side, so that we've got one sort of in each section at the... Whoops! That's not going quite where I meant to. So I'm thinking of splitting this into 2 bedrooms here, and then this front section where we've got the screens, making it into a family room. That's kind of my thought process at this point. At the moment I'm struggling with deciding on the lights though. But I think maybe the Lotus chandeliers in the bedrooms and that big spherical one in the open area at the front. So we're going to need to make this wall longer. Oh wait, that's not going to work, is it? We haven't took the lintel down, have we? I'm just trying to think how we're going to make this work though. So if we're going to go along that row, I'm just trying to figure out where's going to put the doors, yes? So should we put the door on the edge of where we've got this gap already, or should we take all of that out and put the doors in a completely different place? I think we might put them nearer to the walls, and the doors that we've been using in this building are 3 wide. So if we leave 3 gaps and then we make the door 1, 2, 3 wide. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So we use 3 strips of wall, then knock out 3 for the door at both ends of the wall. That's how I'm going to do that. Then we need to take out all of this lintel space along here. And when we do that, of course, we're going to lose where we've put the marker for the other wall, aren't we? Because we don't have the full strips of wall at the other end. So we'll have to make sure we put that back in the same position. It is a bit therapeutic, though, using this big hammer to knock everything down. And let's put in the 3 lintel pieces, so that we don't forget where we want our door. And then 3 in the... Oops! I accidentally got on the ladder. Oh no! This is going to be a theme, isn't it? I'm going to keep getting accidentally on the ladder when I don't want to. Right, so 1, 2, 3 lintel pieces for the door. Then we've got a little bit more lintel, 3 pieces to knock out at this end. Then fill all of the gaps with the tall wall, if I can get it to sit in the right place. I feel like I'm fighting it. It just doesn't want to sit in the right spot. Yay! Right, so now join that up. Yeah, it does actually feel like a little bit of a tug of war trying to get this wall piece in the right spot. That's quite a lot of building actually. We don't tend to do that much demolishing and building, do we, when I do these? There we go, that's all of our wall put in. So if we're going to be making 2 rooms, one of these beds is going to have to go. So we've got 2 with white undersheets and 1 with a cream one. So I think we'll keep a cream one and a white one. And then we'll move the 2 beds across so that they're... Actually, I think this one's... Yeah, that's definitely in the space of the room. Let's move it just a little bit away from the wall. Now we need to try and figure out where the centre of the room will be. Now, shall we do it visually or shall we count to be sure? Right, so we've got 6 tiles on one side and 7 on the other, so that's the closest to the centre. So the room on our right is 1 tile bigger than the room on our left, but that's the closest we can get to splitting it directly in half. And then we might need to remove the beds just to make it fit in better, look like everything's even. But the rooms are going to be relatively small, so we're not going to be able to put tons of furniture and stuff in. How would that work on the side wall? Yeah, I think I quite like that. So we'll want some bedside tables, maybe some lamps, possibly a picture, and I don't know that we'll have space for anything else, to be honest, because they're not huge rooms. Alternatively, of course, you can make 1 bedroom and then make the rest of the space a bathroom and a closet. Or you could split the whole of the downstairs up and make multiple bathrooms. We could make 2 or 3 bedrooms and a bathroom or something like that down here maybe. Depends how big you want the rooms to be. Or you could make a huge ensuite bedroom seating area. There's actually quite a lot you could do with this basement, isn't there? Yeah. I think I quite like the idea of 2 bedrooms and like a family room though. Yeah, I think that's more central. So we use these nice simple white bedside tables. Let's go and put the same bedside tables in this room. Make sure we're counter central. I think we'll leave this bedroom in this orientation. I think if we move it to the side room, side wall there, because it's a tiny bit smaller, I don't think it will work quite as well. So let's put in the second one. A little bit fiddly sometimes getting all of these bedside tables in the correct places. And no, I haven't forgotten that we haven't painted down here yet, don't worry about that, I haven't forgotten. I just want to make sure that we've got enough space for all the furniture and things. Because if it doesn't work out we might have to rethink the layout a bit, but I think it might work. So I really like these box-like square lamps, so I think we'll use these again. And of course they fit the beachy browny colour scheme that we've kind of kept going based on what we had in here already. There we go. So that's all of our bedside lamps in. These screens, I want to keep them, but I think we're going to put them on the end walls as kind of a decoration, because we don't want to lose them because of the historic thing again. We want them to be there for people to use them flexibly if they want to. So we're just going to pop them by the walls for thematic reasons, and then we're going to want doors, we're going to want floor coverings, then we're going to want paint, and then we're going to need furniture in this room here. I'm thinking sandy, browny, beigey colours. As that bedroom's already got the sort of pale browny beigey undersheet, I think maybe that will fit quite nicely colour-wise, the copper coin in that one. And then how about bright peach? Let's have a look what that looks like. Bright peach in that one. So copper coin in one bedroom, bright peach in the second one. Now what are we going to use in the main family room then? Because we want to kind of go for natural colours. A green might be nice, but I'm just thinking that might be a little bit sickly downstairs with the artificial lighting. It just might look a little bit wrong. So what should we use instead? Decisions. It's so hard to know. A lot of the colours look different on the walls. Yeah, I'm still thinking green might be a nice colour, but I'm just not sure about the artificial light. No, I really wanted to use green, but I just don't think the green is actually going to work, so let's think again. Tempted by the sunny yellow, but I just think that might be too bright. Morning yellow? Is there anything a little bit paler than that, perhaps? Faded lemon. Maybe? It was still yellow, but not as bright, so faded lemon. Let's try it on the... let's make sure we've got the light on so that we can see a little bit better. So we actually want to see what the colour will look like in this sort of light, don't we? Oh, I think that might work actually. So it brings a bit of sunshine into the darker room. Oh, accidentally on the ladder again. Oh dear. That wasn't what I wanted at all. I want to paint. I don't want to go up the ladder. So there's a few light switches in here, so that's good that you've got a little bit more flexibility for turning things off. So if you were retiring for the night, you could just flick the switch as you went into your room. That's quite good. Right. So let's take our way slowly around the room with our faded yellow. So it's a nice little bit of touch of sunshine, but not too bright, and it works quite well actually in this non-natural light source. It just helps the shadows and things fade into the background, just adds a little bit of colour. You can see there how it's brighter there, where you can see the daylight coming down from the trapdoor, look, so it looks a lot brighter in that light. Oops, I think I went a little bit too quick behind the ladder. That's right, make sure we've done it all properly. Oops, I'm on the ladder again. Right, so double check that we managed to paint everything properly, because it's a little bit difficult to see it in this kind of lighting as well. So I just want to run the roller around the walls to make sure that we've painted everything properly. Yes, don't go too fast, like I'm trying to paint too fast, so it's not completely filling the colour in, so just meant to make sure that I've actually got all of it filled in properly. Yeah, I think so. There we go. Right, so let's change to the browner colour, the peach. This is the peach one, wasn't it, for this room? So again, it's nice colour. It adds a little bit of colour, a little bit of brightness. Let's turn these lights on so we can see a little bit better. And this is the peach. Right, we didn't quite fill that in. And then above the door, let's do it at the edges of the door frame, just in case any of it peeks out once we put the doors in. Now I think the small pots of paint should be plenty for these little bedrooms. And as you can see, there's not a ton of room left for putting extra furniture in. We're not going to be putting big cabinets, wardrobes, chairs and things in these bedrooms. There just isn't space. Might be able to sneak in a small chest of drawers and a picture, but that's probably about all then. Right, so that's this one painted. And now we're missing a light switch, aren't we? So that's under installations, isn't it? Yes, light switches. And let's pop in a switch just inside here. There we go. And turn on the main room. There we go. Let's check if this bedroom's got one. It hasn't, has it? Because we had to put all this new wall in here, so we'll pop one in here as well. Turn that on. And it was the copper coin in this one for the paint. So this I think will be the darkest of the three colours that we're using downstairs. Right, paint. Oh, what am I doing? I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Stop pressing things! Paint! Yes, as I thought, this is the more darker colour, but I just wanted a bit of a contrast and a bit of a darker colour, because everything else in the house is pretty pale colours. So I just wanted a little bit of a definite colour. As you can tell, I really, really like the definite colours. So once we've done this one, we will have painted the entire house. And then there's just one or two little bits that will need to be addressed. Like, we've still got that old lampshade in here. I need to remember to sell that. Let's finish painting first though. See, I finally managed to slow down a little bit on the painting, so we're not having to go back over things. Slow and steady wins the race. Cool. Need to move forward, can't reach. Right, so I think we're done. Yep, right, so it's time to sell the old lamp. Yeah, now we've got a beautiful lotus lampshade there in place. Now we need to move that a little bit so it's centrally in the room. Nice. Now sell the paint pots. Copper coin. Yellow. Peach. And check where the lampshade is in this one. Oops. Oh, that actually looks quite good. Now, do we have space for a little piece of furniture? I'm not sure that we do, but we might try it. Or, actually, let's remember floor coverings. Let's do floors first. So, I always like a carpet in a bedroom because you tend to get out of bed with bare feet, and it's always nice to have something warm. Cold tiles on your feet first thing in the morning. Definitely a way to shock you awake, but definitely not fun. Right, so we use the Semper Brown in the peach room. I want to use different colours in every room, so for the copper coin room, let's use the Semper Light. Oh yes, that matches quite nicely. Then for the family room, the big open area, because we're in a basement, it kind of sounds like we should use tile, but I would kind of like something that doesn't look like a bathroom tile, that's more of a, I like a terracotta tile, but I don't really see anything that matches that, so we might go for a wood instead. The light wood vapor French floor, maybe. I think that kind of matches the beach and the browns that we've got in the beach outside and the browns that we've got in the bedrooms. Yes, and it's a nice light bright floor because we're in a basement, so it's kind of dark, so we don't want it to be completely dark, so I kind of like that. So there you go, the French nut. The light French nut floor. Right. I do feel like we need something extra in the bedrooms. I'm not sure that we can fit any extra furniture, so the only thing we can do really is paintings. And we've used some of these abstract paintings upstairs, So if we put some of these in the bedroom, so if we use the orange one in the orange bedroom, and then we look at the other colours and decide what we should put in this one. What colour should we go for in here? Beige maybe? Let's have a look what that looks like on the wall. Oops. Right, will you rotate please? Ah yes, very understated. Maybe we put a second one on the other side. Which colour? Coffee? Maybe coffee. On the opposite wall. Oh, that's a really good match for the walls actually, isn't it? I really like these paintings. They're very simple, understated and lovely. Yeah, I really don't want to put any extra well, I do want to put more furniture in the bedrooms, but there just isn't the space for it, so I will be good. I will refrain from putting far too much stuff in there. We don't want lots and lots of clutter, do we? Right, so we want some beautiful paintings to go on the walls down here because we don't have windows, so we need something to look at. So I guess we need to pick some sort of theme, don't we? Picture brush movement. It kind of looks like a crashing seascape, doesn't it? That's too big. Too big! Which size? Did it automatically give us the largest one? Oh, now the medium size one might work there. Right, so if we're going to leave the screens at the two ends, what sort of furniture? I mean, we could make it a games room, but I'm not really planning to do that. I was thinking family room, so I don't know that there's anything in that section that we want to use down here. So let's start with the basics. We're going to want some sort of sofa or seating. So let's sort by living room and sofa. Maybe the grassy? Let's make some sort of beigey bluey blues. Yeah, that's quite nice. I like that. Let's put this near the painting. And then the opposite wall, we could put paintings, or we could put a TV. I do think we want some extra seating there. I mean, we could use some of these, like poofy things, like we've got upstairs. So that we've just got some extra seating and it ties in with the seating that we've already got upstairs. So if we put a couple of these in at the two ends of the room. Then if you want to play board games and things on the floors and stuff, you've got low seating to be sitting on as well and stuff, but I also think we want something a little bit more comfy. Oh no, they're much too big for the space that we've got, so we can't use that one. We want something that's a little bit smaller. Ooh, there's a little bit of a delay there in that load. Beanbags are always good, aren't they, for occasional seating, so that you can move them around wherever you need them. If you have extra people over, you can just use them, especially if you've got kids around. Kids always love a beanbag. Rotate them into the corners, then you can just pull them out when you want them. Rotate. There we go. Extra seating's always useful. Things like beanbags you can drag anywhere around the house when you need them, so that's cool. Then we want a nice rug in front of our sofa. Have a quick scroll through everything so that we make sure that we haven't missed anything. Well, that's quite nice actually, isn't it? Well, that match like the cushion. Yeah, maybe that one, that kind of matches the cushion on there. Oh, that's too big. Right, so which size? Alright, the small one there. I think we might go for the TV on the wall. So we want the wall mounted one. There we go. Movie nights. Movie nights in the basement, yes. The room is a little bit narrow side to side. It's nice and long, but a little bit narrow. So you can't put in a traditional three-piece suite or anything. It just isn't quite enough space. And I don't want to overfill it with bookshelves and things, because that will just be everything lined up against walls. So what we want to do is use the narrow door now for the bedrooms. So we want to make it all white again so that it matches what we put in upstairs for the little office room. Oop, no, I didn't change the frame, did I? The frame colour needs to be paler. Details, turn everything white. Maybe details on the, yeah, so just the little holes at the bottom have got a slightly different colour, everything else is white. There we go, one door and two, and I think that's pretty much most of it done now. So let's look at it again. Are we happy with this? So there's still space for whoever moves in to add a few personalisation touches, bring in a few small pieces of furniture with them. Bedrooms are fairly minimalistic, but there really isn't space for any more furniture. But I think that I'm rather pleased with what we've ended up with here. I think it's a lovely little family house now that can be utilised very well. And it's kept a lot of its traditional features. Let's close the hatch. Oop, if we can get out. That is a little bit funny, the hatch there. So we just refreshed all the paint and everything upstairs, added some beautiful pictures and things. Let's turn it into daylight again. Made ourselves a beautiful little office over here. Added just a few homey touches to the bathroom. And a little bit of a garden out of the front of the building. I mean, we could do more to the house, but to be honest, I think that this is a beautiful place ready for selling. And we've added some bonsai at the front. A few touches to the garden so that you can enjoy the beautiful views out here. And I think it's time to sell the house. So we paid £66,669 for it, and we're now going to sell it. And who is going to be the winner? The winner is Raphael Urco. More bedrooms will be useful for such a popular guy like me, and he is offering us £102,000, so we make a profit of £32,456 on that, so I'm very happy with that. I think that this worked out really well for us. So let's take a look at the photographs that they give us. See, simple changes, but it makes a big difference. Downstairs has changed a lot. We're going to get slightly weird angles down there because of where we've put the walls. Oh, I put it behind the screen. Oh well, never mind. We saw it before we finished. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!